How's it going, everybody? We had quite a dandy of a game on our hands tonight. Um, Game 3 of the Bruins Capitals series. The Bruins eke out the win in a double overtime. Not sure if thriller is the right word, but it was a pretty good game. First period, not a whole lot happened. Nothing off the top of my head springs to memory. The second period, I believe it's Brad Marchand takes a penalty. And taking a penalty against the Capitals in that power play, never a great thing. Um, because Alex Ovechkin usually will score, and that's exactly what he did at 8:21 in the second period, assisted by Anthony Mantha, and that put the Capitals up 1-0. Just 56 seconds later, though, Taylor Hall would tie it up, and now that's a trade that's just getting better every day, it seems. Offloading just Bjork in a second, maybe I can't remember what pick it was, but if there even was a pick. For Hall and Lazar, those guys are balling this year, or should I say pucking? Lamau, I hate. Okay. So game's tied. Nick Dowd blocks a shot, goes to the locker room. Looks like he's not going to return, and then he does. Jack Edwards proceeds to say how great it is to see him return, and then Nick Dowd scores. Yeah, that was a interesting one. But Nick Dowd, don't want to see anything bad happen to him. Played just up the road here in Manchester, so grew up watching him before he got called up to the Kings there. That goal was assisted by Garnet Hathaway, his first assist. Hathaway's bordering on rat territory, in my opinion. Okay, he knocked Rask's helmet off before, or earlier in the game, and Rask got a couple nice little blocker hits on him. But yeah, speaking of rats, though, Brad Marchand, when we get into the third period, he ties it up at 11:32. Bruins then spend the rest of the third period trying to lose the game. They don't. Gets to overtime. A lot of good chances for the Bruins in the first overtime, but then they spent the last 5 minutes trying to lose the game. However, they didn't. And that gets us to the second overtime, where after I woke my dad up from his intermission nap, Craig Smith comes in, steals the puck from the Capitals defender, number 2. I don't know who number 2 is. Let's see. Who's number 2? Justin Schultz. And then slots it in on a scrambling to get back to his net, Samsonov. Unassisted goal, wins Boston the game, and that was a pretty big goal, But Samsonov, he was doing pretty well, and then he decided to stop doing his job. His job as a goaltender is to tend the goal, and then he just stopped. He was like, yeah, I'm just going to take a stroll out here, leave the puck in a shit spot for my defenseman, go the long way around back into the net. Oh, what? The puck's in the back of the net because Craig Smith, the guy who will shoot from literally anywhere on the ice, slotted it in behind my pad. Oh, boy. Then the NBC crew had some good shots of Ovechkin mouthing off to Samsonov in Russian, and it's like, dude, you don't want your goalie to potentially have to make a shitty play in overtime to lose the game. Why don't you fucking do something about it? I'm pretty sure Ovechkin was barely on the ice in the third period. Which is funny because he led forwards in time on ice for the Capitals. But I barely saw him. So yeah, your time on ice leaders, Ovechkin for the forwards on the Capitals. And your defensive time on ice leader was John Carlson, who had 33 minutes and 40 seconds. Someone on the Capitals who I thought played a really good game was Dmitry Orlov. He seemed like he was always getting to the puck first and just really causing Bruins trouble in the offensive zone. Samsonov was 40 for 43. Don't really know how NBC gave him a star of the game when he was the reason they lost at the end. That kind of confuses me. I mean, it was his first playoff game, but like he's got to do better than that. Like I don't understand how NBC can sit there and say he was the third star of the game when he's literally the reason they lost. Like, yeah, I'm sure you can go to other points in the games and point to other, situations and be like, oh, this guy could have done this. But if you want to be most direct about it, the reason they lost was because he left the net to play the puck. Okay, your Bruins ice time leaders, your among forwards. Looks like David Krejci had 29 minutes and 27 seconds. That's your highest among forwards. And then on defense, you had McAvoy play 33 minutes and 52 seconds, which I believe, that was the time on ice lead, excluding goalies, for the entire game. Tuukka Rask was 35 for 37. Thought he played pretty well. You usually know what you're gonna get with Tuukka Rask as far as goals. He's okay. People in Boston / New England have this idea that Tuukka Rask is a shitty goalie, and I don't know where the fuck they get that idea from. Anytime the Bruins will lose, the first thought for people is, oh, Tuukka sucks. It's Tuukka's fault. Oh my god, trade Tuukka. Tuukka needs to go. It's frustrating. Player I thought played well for the Bruins tonight. Jake DeBrusk. Okay, he's another one of these guys who I feel like people underrate. Okay, he was a -1 tonight, but I don't really think you can use plus-minus in a 5-goal game. He seemed like he was doing really well on the forecheck. Had 2 hits. Someone who I did not think played well tonight has to be David Pastrnak. Okay, I don't know where that dude's scoring touch has gone, but he sucks lately. Like, there's no other way to put it. He's 100% a liability on the power play. And I'm not talking like a liability where you can just offset it by having another asset. No, he's a liability. One of the players I thought played well, definitely Chris Wagner. Okay, he seems like he's having a really good series as far as not getting on the score sheet. Feels like every time he's on the ice, he's getting hit by Chara or he's hitting Chara. So I don't think they liked each other very much. I'm just kidding, but a lot of penalties in the first period, 3 on each team. Then 2 in the second, both on Boston, and then 2 in the third, both on Washington, and then none in overtime because no one's getting penalized in overtime. NHL.com has the 3 stars listed as Smith, Marchand, and Hall, which I would agree with over what those morons over at NBC put out. And yeah, that's about it. Bruins defeat the Capitals 3-2 in a double overtime thriller. Looking forward to the next game on Friday. Puck drop 6:30, so it'll be like 6:45. I'm really not. I don't know how to feel about these puck drop times. On one hand, I like them. Like, this was a double overtime game and it's over at 11. But on the other hand, like, I got stuff to do in the day. Like, I have homework to do that now I have to do after the game. So I'll be up for another hour. But, it's what it is. I love this team, and I'll continue doing this. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't, I don't really care. Subscribe, maybe. Up to you, really. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, leave a comment saying peanut butter. Yeah. See you in the next one on Friday night.